all the sessions. They're phenomenal.
A room full of people who are looking to grow their business.
Great breakout sessions.
I've gotten like a ton of information, and it's super helpful.
Yeah, I think it's the best run MSP conference.
Please welcome Will Dowling and Vicki Bruns from ConnectWise.
Hey everyone, welcome IT Nation community to Connect 2023.
That's right.
Woo! Is everybody ready here? Is everybody pumped up? Yes!
All right. Well, Vicki, I think everybody's ready to be here and ready to be pumped up, so let's dive into it. First off, my name is Will Dowling. I'm a product marketing manager for the ASIO platform here at ConnectWise.
And I'm a manager for the ConnectWise ecosystem team. And besides that, we are also your MCs for this amazing event that is starting right here on this stage tonight. Woo!
Yeah!
That's right.
That's what I like to hear.
Right.
All right, so.
And we've got how many people that are joining us today? This is the biggest, most amazing conference we've put on yet.
It is. We have over 6,500 attendees here this year, both online and in person. That is amazing.
Yes.
It's the biggest number we've ever had, so we're thrilled you're here with us today.
Yes. And also wanted to mention that for those of you that are sitting kind of closer towards the front of us, not sure if you got a seat card for ThreatLocker, but make sure to visit their booth because did you see that really cool car?
Oh yeah,
that
totally.
was right out front? Did
Right
everybody
there,
see
yeah.
that car? Anybody? Yeah.
Do you want to win it?
Do you want to win it? That's the question. All right.
Here we go.
Well, make sure that you stop by the booth and you follow those steps so that way you can get entered to win that sweet whip. That's what the kids are calling it these days, right?
Sure.
Yeah, right,
Sure.
right.
All right, so as we're getting started, I just want to remind everybody, please silence your phones. You don't want to be that person that has your phone go off in the middle of a keynote.
Right, and you don't want to miss out on all of the great content that's going to start with the welcome keynote here in a minute.
Exactly.
But before we do that, I think we've got Arrow in the house. We've got Arrow right up front here.
Yeah, we do.
That's right. So we wanted to say thank you so much from the IT Nation community and ConnectWise for being the diamond sponsor for IT Nation Connect. We really appreciate it. And we are going to be joined on stage by Shannon McWilliams, who's the VP for Global VP for Aerosphere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's welcome out Shannon.
Woo! All right, put your hands together.
Hello, IT Nation. Look at us. All in this huge room together. It's an amazing event. We are so happy and excited to be here as Arrow, a bunch of my teammates down here in the front row. So lots of support. Thank you, guys. We're excited to be the diamond sponsor. We've done a lot of work with ConnectWise over the last year. So let me just explain. So I run our global Aerosphere platform. It's thousands of partners, CSPs, TSPs like you, hundreds of thousands of end users and millions of seats. But the two things actually that we think about as we develop and as I guide that development is it going to help our partners run their business more efficiently? And is it going to help them grow their business? Now, my guess is that that's exactly why you're here, to learn how to run your business more efficiently with the tools you're going to learn about this week and to grow your business with new opportunities. 1 year ago, we stood on this stage and announced a strategic alliance with ConnectWise. And we have been really hard at work, working on those two things. How do we help run the business more efficiently and seamlessly? And then how do we help you grow your business? Around running your business, we've worked on integrations with ConnectWise so that it's as seamless as possible for you to do business across the spectrum of subscriptions and then managing your ConnectWise business as well. Billing integrations, automated pricing, more inventory from Arrow as a distributor. And so we've looked for ways for more efficiency, more options, and more solutions for you. Now, growing your business is what we're here about. That's about the future. And there's some big things coming our way. So for those CSPs in the room, Microsoft's programmer on NCE, New Commerce Experience, is coming around the corner in January with a transition from legacy to NCE. If you're ready for that, great. If you're not, we'd love to talk to you. It's a big opportunity as well as a big transition. So we'd love to help you with that. Another thing, ConnectWise had the foresight to work with Microsoft around ConnectWise MDR. We're a partner in that as well. It's a fantastic opportunity. Security spend never ends. I mean, it is a never-ending pot of money. And so we have to go capture that security spend in our user base. And maybe the biggest thing we've seen since cloud is the AI push that we're seeing in the market. I think it started out as hype. Now we're seeing more products come into the market. So as you work with your customers on their data, making sure that it's clean, accurate, the best data you can get, it's secured, which is super important for AI, because it's going to grab that data and it's going to do things with it. You want to make sure you understand where it is and how it's secured. Microsoft Copilot is going to be a massive opportunity for Microsoft CSPs as it revolutionizes really how the desktop and the productivity of employees all around the world. So we're super focused on that. We've also done a few things that right along those lines. We're announcing in January, we actually announced earlier this week, 3 new dashboards in our platform called ArrowSphere. Security optimization, so you can see a security score of all your users, and if they have a low score, you need to go talk to them about how they're secured. Cost optimization, which has them save money on their tenants. And lastly, it's huge in Europe, but let me tell you, it's coming to America, is sustainability dashboard, which measures the carbon emissions of the IT infrastructure in the cloud. We're seeing RFPs and RFIs, you're probably seeing them too, where companies are starting to collect, especially if they have sustainability initiatives, which almost everybody does. They can measure the emissions from their IT infrastructure in the cloud. Huge opportunity, huge feature that we've announced. Lastly, you need to come and talk to us in booth 1000. If I haven't said it, I'll say it a few more times, around ArrowSphere Deploy, which helps our customers and you deploy new ISV solutions and stacks of solutions into the hyperscalers. But that's enough about me. We are here now to start this event, kick off IT Nation Connect. I want to thank you for your time, and I think we're ready for our keynote. Bye-bye.
Right, thank you so much, Arrow. We appreciate you guys coming on and talking about all that great stuff. So
yes, oh, and make sure to stop by their booth in the Solutions Pavilion. What was the number again? 1,000?
1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's definitely the largest booth. I don't think you can miss it. It's gonna be awesome.
If you miss it, you're very lost. All right, so I'm looking around and I'm seeing a lot of really empty lanyards.
I mean, you gotta make sure that you have your flare, right?
Exactly. If you don't have at least 23 pieces of flare on your lanyards by the end of this,
then you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
you may sound like a little bit of like a reindeer when you're walking around, but that's okay. Yeah. Make sure that you also exchange flare, because we know that we have some vendors that have brought some pretty awesome flare with them to the Solutions Pavilion.
There's so much flare here.
Insider trick.
If I don't hear everyone jingling by the end of this, I will consider this a failure. All right, so I want to just say right after this, stay tuned after the keynote for a very special surprise sponsored by Evergreen.
Yep.
Right here, here. Don't go anywhere.
Yes.
Keep your butts in the chairs.
Anywhere.
And I'm going to say it again. Stay tuned after the keynote for a special surprise.
Yes.
Sponsored by Evergreen.
Yes. It's going to get the party started. And speaking of which, let's get this keynote kicked off, right? Woo!
Thanks, everybody.
Right.
Human curiosity and ingenuity have propelled 4 industrial revolutions, advancing ideas that transform how we live, work, and communicate. The first industrial revolution brought steam power, mechanization, and factories, freeing us from the strain of manual labor. New tools for transportation and communication accelerated progress and productivity, ushering us into a new era of possibilities. The second industrial revolution marked by the telegraph and advancements in electrical devices, changed global communication. Electricity became the lifeline of progress, sparking unprecedented connectivity, transforming industries and improving lives.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
The third industrial revolution brought digitalization to the forefront with advances in computers, automation, and the internet. The digital realm flourished, revolutionizing industries, enhancing efficiency, and connecting people globally like never before, introducing a need for driven people like you to guide businesses into the future. Now, we stand on the cusp of the fourth industrial revolution, characterized by artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and unprecedented connectivity. Challenge yourself to embrace the leading edge of this boundless revolution. Together, we'll boldly build a future where IT solution providers play a vital role in shaping how technology hyper-automates and transforms our lives. Join us in shaping the future.
Please welcome ConnectWise CEO, Jason McGee.
Woo! All right, all right, all right. That one's for you, Craig. And Evergreen. What's up, IT Nation? It's good to be back in Orlando and seeing everyone. I'm Jason McGee, CEO of ConnectWise, and on behalf of ConnectWise colleagues, I want to thank you for attending and welcome you to Orlando. There are over 4,000 of you here in Orlando. 4,000 of you, and more online. Our biggest event yet. So whether you are a first-timer, an industry veteran, in person or virtual, we want to recognize you and celebrate you for being here. Many of you know that the IT Nation community has tremendous reach. We are hundreds of thousands strong and growing, all tethered together by like-minded entrepreneurs, business owners, and technology experts. And each and every day, our partners serve as an instrument of change and are essential to shaping our future. So let's get into it. Let me start with our partners. You are the cornerstone of everything we do. ConnectWise is here to help you realize your vision of success, whatever that may be. And when you grow, we grow. It's that simple. So it's only fitting that we start with the WISE Awards. In 2022, ConnectWise launched the WISE Awards and recognized partner companies that are achieving their most ambitious vision of success using the foundation of ConnectWise products, services, and community. Earlier today, we recognized our 2023 WISE Award winners. Included in those winners were the 3 Partners of the Year from North America, UK, and Australia, who are all finding their success through ConnectWise solutions. Let's take a moment to quickly recognize New Era Technology, Air IT, and Assure Managed Services. Speaking of success, there are many other groups helping and driving you all towards success. Some of those examples are the ConnectWise and IT Nation Advisory Councils. You may not realize it, but there's a lot of work that happens behind the scenes. We have 6 advisory councils, including the Corporate Advisory Council, and this group of partners are hard at work driving us to action on feedback and needs from the collective community on your behalf. They drive us forward and hold us accountable. And when some of these great minds come together, they even take it to an entirely new level. For example, a few of them recently merged and formed one large consulting firm dedicated to your success. Congratulations to all those involved with the MSP Plus OS, many of which are current and former advisory council members. I think I know where they're at. Now, let's recognize the Executive Connect participants. For the last couple of years, we've been interacting with over 1,000 partners in our Executive Connect program, every month across my entire leadership team globally. These partners get direct access to my leaders and the colleagues who are in the know. During these calls, these partners provide us feedback as to what is reality and what their needs are. So thank you for participating. And if you're interested in signing up, reach out to your partner success manager today. Many of them are here, so go find them. And yes, we do value all the other communities. There are a number of communities that continue to gain momentum, and we appreciate the continued collaboration with ConnectWise and the IT Nation, and the alignment towards partner success. Like Evolve peer groups, CompTIA communities, including the ISAO, the MSP Geek, and the Write a Boom, to name a few. And let's not forget about the social groups, like the business owner groups, ConnectWise Tips and Tricks, and the ConnectWise Boss. Thanks to you all and many others out there. Obviously, if I put them all, it would take me all night to get through them. So I appreciate you all. And I do admit, you all do like to keep my days interesting. So thank you for that. I'd be remiss not to acknowledge the IT Nation itself, the biggest and best IT Nation community, IT community in the industry. That's all right, you can all cheer. The IT Nation is crucial to driving our collective successes. All right, now through our promises to deliver on an open ecosystem, I'll say it again, open ecosystem. This all would not be complete without our vendors. As much as we'd like to think that one vendor can solve all your needs, and although many try to limit tool sprawl, the reality is that you and your customers do require a multitude of solutions to allow you to do what you do best. So, to our integration and event partners, keep it going. We have over 365 vendor companies and growing into our platform, integrating into the platform, and 22 new to this year alone. And a special thanks to the 83 that are involved, 83 strategic vendors that are involved in the event program for going through all of the requirements that it takes, along with the security checks to complete that process. So thank you. And of course, we need to celebrate our event sponsors. Without you, all of this would not be possible. We are grateful to your support and investment in making the best IT Nation Connect event ever. Thanks to Arrow for your continued commitment to the MSPs and to the IT Nation and for getting us kicked off. Thank you all. Now, a key aspect of the ecosystem are those who go through the Pitch It competition. You could cheer, keep going. Pitch It is our annual accelerator program where we continue to help fuel new innovations and integrations, providing more value to our partners. Now in its 5th year, this program has hosted over 62 startups to date, 7 countries this year alone being represented. What started out at 27 earlier this year came down to 3 finalists for Pitch It, all of whom competed for a grand prize of $70,000 here at IT Nation Connect. They are Nodeware, VCIO, Toolbox, and Thread. Just minutes ago, and seriously, just minutes ago, just in time, the winner was announced. So join me in congratulating Thread as our overall Pitch It winner for 2023. All right, last but not least, we recently announced our collaboration with Microsoft. This means that ConnectWise now offers integration with Microsoft Defender for Business. standalone and as part of the Microsoft 365 Business Premium Suite. This combines Microsoft's trusted, comprehensive cybersecurity solutions with ConnectWise's MDR, giving partners the ability to deliver enterprise-grade, cross-platform EDR and MDR to SMBs. Further, to help MSPs manage that single pane of glass, we're also working on a ConnectWise RMM and PSA integration with Microsoft Defender for Business. And this is just the beginning. Make sure to attend the Microsoft-led keynote tomorrow afternoon for more details on this collaboration. Speaking of keynotes, please do not miss the product keynote tomorrow morning, which will be led by the ConnectWise general managers. And not to steal too much of the thunder, here's a bit of a preview. And I'll start with, yes, we've heard you loud and clear. You want us to ensure we balance the new with maintenance and deliver a quality platform. To that point, I'm happy to note that the teams had over 600 releases this year, with 500 of those on ASIO alone, showing the power of ASIO to allow us to move faster and being able to keep up with the speed at which technology and technology needs change. Of those 600 releases, we saw over 1,000 new features and functions and more than 2,000 issues resolved during our maintenance releases. Our goal is to make sure our product just works. And while we're not perfect, we will continue to be transparent and show our commitment to being the best partner we can. You'll also see us more focused on delivering quality with a consistent approach as we remain committed to addressing the many areas you provide feedback on and the areas you rely ConnectWise on. To reinforce these commitments, our product and engineering teams will start to engage directly, daily, with our partners in our virtual community. That means going into 2024 and beyond, you'll be able to engage directly with the product experts in our virtual community. Make sure to attend the product keynote tomorrow, where you'll hear a lot more about what we have in store for the future. It'll be an awesome way to kick off day 2. And the platform and product are just part of the equation. We also strive to be better in other areas as well. We won't forget about the basics or other needs that you have. In the cases where we're less than perfect, you're a simple email away from your account team for help. As a reminder, your account teams are a diverse makeup of ConnectWise colleagues representing many areas of the company. These resources are available and they're free. And they are there to ensure you are maximizing your platform usage and to ensure you gain the expected value of your investment, allowing you to realize your vision of success. Your account manager is your main point of contact. The partner success manager will engage you often and to ensure you're driving your business towards success. In the event if you need more, partner cares are available for a little more assistance if needed. In the event we're not delivering to the expectations of the partnership, these teams are here for you, so please reach out. And when in doubt, engage your account manager for any escalations. Okay, now for some stuff, fun stuff, for the rest of the keynote. The future is our focus. But the future is fast approaching, and we need to get started today. A year ago, at IT Nation Connect, we shared our perspective on the state of the tech market. We said that MSPs of the future need to understand that the lines aren't just being redrawn around what technology can do, access, and invent. They are being removed. That the future paradigm is nebulous, it's undefined. That you can't quite put your hands around it, but it's there. It's a theme that we continue to talk about this year because it's happening, unfolding in real time all around us. A theme that occurs every handful of years. Over the years, ConnectWise coined it the silos of chaos. Chaos creates discomfort. In fact, many of you felt or are starting to feel a loss of control. As your partner, we are here to help you get comfortable with chaos. We have been met with challenges over the years together, but every time we encountered adversity, we persevered and came together. We adapted and adjusted. We created and we innovated. Ultimately, we made things easier. We embraced the change and took control, and in some cases, we eliminated the newly formed silos of chaos. Fast forward to today. History is repeating itself. We have been down this path before. Feels oddly familiar, right? Well, if past performance is a predictor of future success, we should be reminded of how we got here. Let's take a look at our journey together.
The journey of managed service providers reflects a remarkable transformation through time. Yet, amidst this transformation, there were challenges, what we call silos of chaos. In the 90s, you offered reactive on-site break-fix services and engaged in VAR sales. But behind the scenes, silos of chaos threatened to disrupt your progress. By the early 2000s, the landscape had evolved. You shifted towards proactive on-site services and solution sales, and the first PSA software was born, playing a pivotal role in your business by breaking down these silos of chaos. In the mid-2000s, a major transition occurred. You began offering fixed-fee on-site services, marking the inception of what we now call managed services. During the 2010s, remote and cloud services took center stage. Managed services matured, and RMM solutions played a vital role in eradicating these lingering silos. In the year 2020, the world changed. Remote work became essential, and you rose to the challenge, ensuring the continuity of businesses and working to further eliminate the silos of chaos. The MSP journey has been a remarkable one, marked by a continuous battle against the silos of chaos through adapting, innovating, and evolving to meet the ever-changing needs of businesses and society.
All right, do we remember that? Who's been on that journey? No one? All right. Pretty sure everyone in the room's been on that journey. Look, yet even as we get a handle on things, when change happens, innovation continues to race forward at a breakneck pace. And we all can't help but think of what the future holds. Now, let me paint a picture for what the future journey may look like. In 2050, the world will look different. The term science fiction will become just science. And our conversations today will shape the conversations of tomorrow. We'll stand in front of mirrors that instantly measure our biometrics. Real-time updates will be transmitted and shared to our doctors 24/7. Our food will be 3D printed. Anyone remember the Jetsons? This is how they did it. It's all coming full circle. Everything will be implanted. We'll have the ability to dispense medicine through robo-release, to predict cancer, and to understand the health of our heart and our lungs. With this, we'll be able to extend our life expectancy. But does this really mean we'll live forever? We used to think about the future as flying cars and robot assistants. But this moment, it's bigger than that. Our lives will operate in a fusion model, one made of artificial, robotic, and human intelligence all working together. Sound too futuristic? Perhaps. But the truth is, the future is now. And these are no longer visions. Rather, these are innovations inching us closer to our reality, a reality that will be here well before 2050. In fact, this time last year, the vast majority of us had no idea what dominoes were about to fall in rapid succession in the tech industry when ChatGPT went mainstream. It was something that made a ton of noise and fueled a crucial debate. How will artificial intelligence and humans coexist? ChatGPT hit the market in November of 2022, again, this time last year during IT Nation Connect. And by February of 2023, it hit over 100 million users. Most of us experimented with it. Some of us adopted it. But today, all of us have tucked it into our collective vernacular. We're in awe, we're amazed. Am I right? With OpenAI dominating our conversations and the airwaves, we went from what is it and what can it do to how can I leverage this to help me for scalability, automation, efficiency, and growth. It is such a powerful, modern tool that could make us faster, smarter. It quickly became an arms race to get AI working for you so you can gain a competitive advantage. Did anyone else out there feel this urgency? No one? All right, I see MSP Geek, they felt the urgency. The last few years, if nothing else, has served as a wake-up call to us all. With things like the pandemic thrusting us into being fully remote, to embrace the cloud at a much quicker pace, and the increased presence of threat actors. We all had to adapt to a new way of living and working. These circumstances in the market awakened and accelerated a technology revolution. And in the end, it turned into fertile ground for new innovations and opportunities to collaborate, to scale, to do more with less, and it's helping transform us. And now we face similar challenges. The technology revolution prompted us to re-examine its power, its purpose, and the ethics of the machine replacing humans movement. And it stretches the boundaries of what our future selves will be like and what we will act like. As owners, as technicians, as MSPs, I'm challenging you to reimagine your future. Your business and your customers will be different. This requires something new, a new way of thinking, a new way of operating, and a new way of performing work. Some of you have an appetite to sprint to the future. You were the early adopters of the technology revolution. We celebrate your enthusiasm and the tolerance for risk. Many of you may be thinking about the role you play today and how that inevitably will change. It can be scary to imagine. It can be uncomfortable. You may be thinking, how do we adopt technology and not sacrifice the human element of our businesses? How do we ensure job stability for our employees? And a few of you out there, and you know who you are, you may want to know, what in the hell is he talking about? That's it, only a handful of you? All right, we'll talk at the bar. And if that's you, do not fear. ConnectWise is adapting our innovations to the fast and fluid world. It may feel like we're on the Autobahn of innovation, and in some respects we are. But here's what I know about the Autobahn. And even though there's no limit to how fast you can go, everyone eventually regulates. Speed is important, but pacing yourself is paramount. We need you, the MSPs of the future, to embrace the movement and the opportunities that come with it, where everything will be centered around upskilling, embracing education, and growing into your capacity and capabilities. MSPs, you are the torchbearers of this movement, and SMBs globally are counting on you to guide them. That's your opportunity. Look, we're in the midst of a hype cycle, and that hype is all about hyperautomation. You know you feel it, and you know it's different. It's because a new generation is emerging, and it may be the greatest thing to impact your business, your career, and mankind. Think about the opening video on the Industrial Revolution. More than 2 centuries ago, the first Industrial Revolution was considered to be the single most economical technological and social transformation we'd ever seen. Now, we're on the cusp of the fourth industrial revolution, one that is highly anticipated and set to be the most disruptive. And hyperautomation is leading the way. Hyperautomation is a concept that is far more powerful than the name suggests. It is not simply automation, robotics, or AI replacing repetitive tasks to gain efficiency. It is the orchestration and application of AI, robotics, and machine learning that makes it so impactful. Again, it is here and now. Not in 2050, now. You might be curious, what does this mean for my business over the next several years? What does this mean for me? What is the potential or real impact that this will have on my business or my bottom line? So let's take a look. With hyperautomation, the roles of human intelligence and artificial intelligence will become symbiotic. And it will deliver with immediate impact, even at a baseline level. You've probably heard about how you can leverage this intelligence to improve the service delivery side of your business. You know, the customer-facing aspect of what we all do. But what I'll show you in a moment is that it's way more than that. And by no means is this an exhaustive list, but it's your starting point, your roadmap. It's your HR function through things like AI to generate your job descriptions and screening candidates. It's the GA and management functions like client profitability, collections escalations, and others. Sales and account management like proposal quoting, QBR readiness, and recommendations, to name a few. It's your entire organization. No team is excluded from participating in this revolution or from the opportunity that comes along with it. MSPs who embrace and adopt this revolution will realize several benefits like elevated speed and precision, enhanced productivity, operational maturity, and excellence. And I'm not talking about this happening in 10 years from now. I'm talking about this happening within months, now. For MSPs who embrace it, it could mean improvement to your bottom line. For MSP employees, it could mean new career opportunities and a boost in compensation. Let me say that again, a boost in your compensation. Wow, no one wants a raise. All right. So look, now consider this phase one. If you just did this over the next 18 months, you can see an uptick in profitability by 25%. But look, these are simple, repetitive tasks that can be eliminated or automated. And you could also see that there's a lot more ground to cover. So now you can see more ground is covered over the next, call it 3 years. And what you'll be able to realize is a profit boost by upwards of 40%. But there's still more. Now, when you cover this full map, you could see that MSPs can increase profitability upwards of 50% or greater. And if you're an MSP that's thinking about an exit, think about what this could do to that exit valuation. However, it's not as simple as, great, now that I'm more productive, I'll be more profitable. And let me be clear, I'm not saying this results in a reduction of your colleague count. This is about leaning forward, adopting hyperautomation and growing into your newfound capacity. We all know that we have resource constraints, so let's reduce those constraints. From a compensation standpoint, align your employees' compensation to the broader tech industry to help them feel motivated and valued. Let's remove that stigma that exists in parts of our industry. We all know that there's skills gaps. Well, this movement will add more gaps, but let's use this as an opportunity to close those gaps and invest in your colleagues. But more importantly, for their careers, train them. Train them so they can take on the much-needed cyber roles that still remain vacant. Let's invest in their education so they can adapt to new ways and doing things so they can thrive in a hyperautomation world. Think of this like the onset of RMM in 2007. RMMs allowed MSPs to staff less on-site techs. It meant fewer emergency calls to clients when there was a down network. It meant an improved tech-to-endpoint ratio. Not to mention, it meant that MSPs could expand past their local footprint or town. This result is that today, the average MSP is much larger in size than the MSP of back then. This tech enabled that growth and opened up all sorts of opportunities for employees at MSPs as a result. This should be no different. If I were running an MSP today, I would look to move some of my L2s and L3s to become RPA and automation experts. I would take some of my L1s and L2s and I'd skill them up, and I'd make them manager of bots. Get the much needed scale. After all, your techs and your colleagues, because it's all functions, are the heroes in this journey. And automation, they're your sidekick. Over time, when your employees have been invested in and trained and now have the skill set needed for this new reality, this is an opportunity for those employees to advance their careers and become even more loyal to your company and to your customers. So what I'm ultimately saying is that you should find the win, win-win. Invest in the bottom line of your company, realize the 50% profitability boost. Invest in your colleagues, invest in their education and upskilling. Improve your company's operational maturity and deliver an improved experience and partnership with your customers. Doing it right will require a change of mindset. Make no mistake about it. You'll need to think differently. This opportunity won't just happen to you. You need to make it happen and be proactive. You'll need to make investments, and your teams will need training, guidance, and resources. The good news is that you don't have to do it alone. As history has shown, ConnectWise is here to help. Through things like Partner Success, the IT Nation, Evolved Peer Groups, Thought Leadership, and Service Leadership, to name a few, these are all investments that we have made to help you take on this movement and turn it into a huge opportunity for your business and success. So now, as far as the platform and product goes, let me bring on the stage Jeff Bishop and Jake Varghese to share how the technology will help you capitalize on this opportunity. Jeff, Jake. I'll be back.
All right, thanks so much for the invite, Jason, and hello, IT Nation. Woo! I got to pause for just a second. I just want everybody to know, Jake just told me backstage, as long as you laugh and applaud at every single joke that we say, he's going to buy your beers in the Solution Pavilion. Woo! Thank you.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, thank you, Jake. All right, it's great to be here with you. Jason did a great job of setting the stage of how impactful hyperautomation will be to each of you. And now Jake and I would like to introduce you to how ConnectWise plans to help you realize those opportunities. Jake, are you ready?
Jake is super ready.
Jake is super ready?
Yes.
All right, absolutely. A few years back, we started on a path to reimagine ConnectWise, focused on building out a new platform that would allow us to provide scale, performance, and best-in-class security. A platform that would allow us to innovate faster and provide more extensibility and customization options for our partners. And two of the technologies I would like to introduce for you over the next few minutes are our RPA solution that consists of our chatbot and workflow engine, and Sidekick, ConnectWise Sidekick, our AI engine built into the heart of ASIO to work across all of our solutions and be a solution, well, that's your sidekick.
Jeff, I'm super excited about Sidekick and ASIO, and there are a ton of benefits of a platform-based approach. but one of the most powerful is the insights that can be gleaned from centralizing the data together into one data store where you can apply hyperautomation. Hyperautomation is not simply a feature of ASIO, it is a core part of the DNA, and a part of the DNA that has been in the works for over 3 years now. ASIO has provided a solid foundation for us to accelerate bringing these capabilities to our partners, not in the future, but today. So Jeff, how about kicking us off and showing us some of what our teams have been working on and unveiling here at IT Nation Connect?
Sure, absolutely. Here's a screen I think everyone in the crowd recognizes, the PSA ticketing screen with our new RPA chatbot integrated.
Jeff, I was chatting with John, who's one of our really beloved partners from Ohio, and he said that every time he onboards a new employee, he spends about 10 to 15 minutes per application, looking up the correct access credentials, logging in, locating the user management area, filling out the forms, setting the permissions, and relaying the information back to the new employee.
Jake, I'm just tired of hearing you tell the whole story. All right, but it sounds absolutely correct. He's probably doing that for a dozen applications every time he onboards someone or offboards someone. So what we are going to show you here is how we can help partners set up automation to handle all of that repetitive work in seconds.
Did you say seconds?
In seconds.
All right.
Walt, can you come join us here on stage? All right, everybody, please help us welcome Walter Clark, VP of Product Management, to the stage. Walt, come on out.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Happy to be here.
I thought Jason was going to help him out with the demo. All right, everyone, Walt is very, very brave. Just to be very clear. We told him that he could record this demo. He did not have to come out here on stage, but he said, and I quote, "I'm so confident this is going to work flawlessly, Jeff. I want to hop up on stage in front of thousands of people here in the room and the thousands online, because I am so confident that this is going to work flawlessly." That was his exact words.
Let's go.
Thank you, Walt. Right?
Yeah, Jeff, I don't remember it exactly like that, but let's go with your story.
All right. So Walt, looking up here on the screen, it looks like somebody's trying to set up a 365 user. That should be pretty simple. Can you show everyone here, because we got like 4,000 people in the room, that this is a real demo. We're not cheating. No rabbits up our sleeves or doves or whatever other animal or bird. That this is absolutely real. So we've got how many accounts set up inside of there?
One account.
One account. Everybody can see it. All right. No, nothing up the sleeves. All right. So one account. So walk us through it, Walt.
Sure. So as you can see here on the right-hand side of the PSA and the ticket itself, we have the RPA chatbot. And as Jake said earlier, this usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes, right? So in the interest of time, because I'm pretty sure nobody here wants to sit there and watch me type, what I've done, I've just pre-filled some of the information in the seconds tab. Absolutely. So let's just scroll down, get to the punchline, and execute the bot.
All right, Walt. So how long do the bots take to run on average? This one, for example, how long do you think it took?
This one right here, it usually takes about 30 seconds. But I'm not giving up. We're going to relaunch this. This computer's been asleep for about an hour and a half. So let's do it the right way.
You got to have...
That's what happens when you do live demo.
It's absolutely real, right?
Live demo.
Good deal. And Walt,
yep.
How many bots do we have available today?
We have about 130 bots available today.
130. All right.
That's exciting.
All right, so Walt is over here real quick. He's going to select the company in real time, because that's what happens when you're out here on main stage in front of thousands of people.
This is
absolutely always works perfectly. Thank you. So, as we said, this is something that I'm sure that a lot of you are doing every single day. You're onboarding new partners, you're offboarding partners, you've got hundreds or dozens or hundreds of partners, and this is probably happening to you every week, every month, throughout the year, that you're having to go do this. Think about how much time that takes when you're doing this for 10 or 15 minutes, not for one application, not for two, not for five. Every time you're onboarding somebody, that's probably taking you across 10 to 15 different applications. And that is the repetitive work that your team has to do that they really shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
You want them to be able to hop out.
All right, let's go.
As I quit dancing around on stage.
You wanted this, Jeff, you got it. At least we recovered. So we can blame it on the sleep function.
All right.
So last step, real quick.
We at least need to make sure it's real, right? After all the jumping around on stage and making sure we're right. Do we have Sophie?
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
So that Walt can quit stressing out, we're going to let Walt exit the stage. Thank you, Walt. Everybody give Walt a great big applause. We absolutely told Jason, this is what happens if you want to do live demos, did we not? Okay, but we do appreciate you. All right. So as you heard, we have over 100 bots available, many of which can be ran against our cloud applications such as AD, Azure, 365s, and can also be executed against endpoints tied in with the RMM or the security products. It's a really great solution to help everyone save time and improve efficiencies.
You know, I absolutely love it, Jeff. And I know that you got a couple more things lined up today, but before I go down there, did I hear you and Walt say that we have 130 bots that are ready to go and it's live right now?
130 bots live, and they're adding 3 or 4 every single week.
That's incredible.
It's amazing. All right, but I do have other things that I'd like to talk to everybody about today. Jake, this is where everybody's going to applaud in a minute. There's this new technology out there that a few of you may have heard about. It's called artificial intelligence.
Wait, what?
It's a small niche technology. It's starting to get a little mainstream attention. A few of you are going to start to hear about it in the news. It's coming up every once in a while. Jake said he'd buy you a beer if you applauded it all. Well, come on. All right. Thank you. All right. But all jokes aside, all through 2023, AI has become probably the most talked about change in the technology space, with the ability to really alter how we all work and engage with each other.
Jeff, AI is game-changing. You can see that the momentum for AI has been building up over time, and now all of us interact with some form of AI in our daily life, be it through our smartphones or through our smart speakers. What OpenAI did when they released ChatGPT towards the end of last year was to democratize AI for the masses and help it attain escape velocity. Our IT nation has been monitoring this progress closely and wondering how they too can leverage the promise of AI, marry that with automation, and gain the efficiencies promised by hyperautomation.
And that is exactly what we're going to look at next. What we are seeing here is our new workflow engine built on top of the ASIO platform, but designed to work for our entire portfolio of products with the ecosystem of vendors, many of which are here today.
Jeff, as you know, I have a little bit of a background in automation. I've seen firsthand how it can revolutionize and empower the way that companies approach work. But the balance is to make sure that they're very scalable, customizable, but easy to use all at the same time.
I think everybody needs to check your LinkedIn. He's got a little bit more than just a little experience with workflow and automation, but we'll talk about that later. But absolutely, I think our teams did a great job of striking this balance. What you can see here is our new canvas where users can simply drag on triggers, conditions, actions, and from there they can configure each step in the process. In this case, we are creating a workflow that is monitoring when a ticket is created and looking for customer sentiment. If not happy, we want to make sure that we can change the priority and status of the ticket. We want to kick off a notification to the account manager and send a Teams notification to the service delivery team, letting them know that there's a problem. It's a simple enough workflow, I get it. but we want to make sure that you can see the power of what can be accomplished here today. Currently, we support various actions and triggers across 30 different vendors with over 100 or so more actions that will allow you to quickly increase, and we are going to quickly increase the number go forward. Now, let's go look and see how we can put this workflow into use.
So Jeff, what are we looking at here?
Well, what we're looking at is a very unhappy customer who's got a blue screen issue that looks like they've been dealing with it for about a week or so, and they're just not quite getting the response from the support organization that they're looking for. But Jake, why don't you take us through from here how this all gets resolved?
Happy to, Jeff. What we're seeing is ConnectWise Sidekick, our go-forward AI platform, hard at work. The ticket came into the system. Our sentiment analysis model determined that the customer wasn't happy, as you can see here. And it also can show the overall sentiment of the customer over time. From there, our triage pod reviewed the context of the ticket and determined the correct type, subtype, and the service board that it should be sent to. And to help the technician resolve it faster, 2 additional AI-powered services were involved. The first summarized the ticket and put it into the notes for the technician, and the other automatically crafted a thoughtful response that can be tweaked and then can be used to reply to the customer. All of this, Jeff, is powered by ConnectWise Sidekick. So IT Nation, what do you think?
Woo! All right.
Jason, what do you think?
What do I think? Well, I think you guys did well in spite of the demo gods.
Well, hey,
But
that's what you get when you do it live.
how amazing was that? So,
Jason,
Jake,
if you don't mind, can we do one more thing?
are you sure you want to tempt fate?
Well, hey, that's how we do it, Jason. Let's actually show this in action.
All right, let's go for it. This should be fun.
All right.
So what are we doing here, Jake?
Jason, what we're showing is ConnectWise Sidekick, and I wanted to introduce the IT Nation to ConnectWise Sidekick for PSA. All right? ConnectWise Sidekick is an AI-powered digital assistant that we built into Microsoft Teams that augments your capabilities and gives you access to the richness of the ConnectWise PSA in a manner that is incredibly natural. All right?
That's pretty cool.
All right, let's give it a shot. What does my day look like? All right, you'll notice that Sidekick goes into the PSA, leverages the power of AI,
Hold on.
and
now,
comes back with
now
a
I gotta
beautiful
interrupt
schedule.
you. So you're telling me I pick up my phone in the morning when I wake up, just click on the Teams app and ask it what my day looks like, and it's going to tell me?
Jason, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 months, getting this ready for IT Nation Connect. That's right. That's exactly what it is. All right, let's try something else. You know, you're always asking me this question, how are we doing on tickets? Let's ask Sidekick.
More than I would like.
Show me my tickets. Sidekick, once again, goes ahead and fetches the information. And the cool thing about this is you can click into any one of these tickets and get to the additional level of detail that you're seeking. And Jason, here's the incredibly cool thing about Sidekick. Sidekick is fluent in more than 10 languages. And you're wondering, great, that's all fantastic, but how's that relevant to me? Jason, we know that there are situations where you would like to engage with customers who like to speak in a non-English language, like say Spanish.
The extent of my language skills, Jake, is...
I was about to say that.
How are you doing right now, Jake?
I'm doing well. I was about to say that. So I said, Jason, Sidekick's got your back.
All right.
Sidekick is able to use the power of generative AI to be able to summarize a ticket, do the translation in Spanish, and make that available to you. And the best thing about this, Jason, is that it also shows you information in English first, so you can read the summary before you correspond with your customer in Spanish.
It's pretty cool.
And Jason, the neat thing about all of this is that in addition to the voice and the buttons that we picked, I know you like to type a lot. right? So that's the third modality with which you can engage with Sidekick. And in this case, I'm just going to ask for all the open opportunities that exist. And Sidekick, once again, is able to understand exactly what it is that I'm asking for, fetches the information, uses the power of AI, and shows me the information.
So voice, type, and buttons.
Everything that you do on a daily basis, it is so incredibly natural. So IT Nation, I have shown you a very small subset of the capabilities that ConnectWise Sidekick for PSA can assist you with. We have also added ConnectWise Sidekick directly within the PSA. We've enabled sentiment analysis within the PSA and also built automated ticket triage. And Jason, we're just getting started. To get the full experience, please attend the product keynote tomorrow and stop by the Solution Pavilion where we will go into so much more depth. And Jason, and IT Nation, by the way, in case you're wondering, ConnectWise Sidekick for PSA is live.
So Jake, before you go, how many use cases in total does both aspects of Sidekick solve for?
We have 70 plus use cases that is currently live, and we're working on so much more, Jason.
Great job, Jake.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jake. That was truly amazing. Look, I know what you're all thinking. Others have been on stage, they say this stuff, people talk about it. You're asking yourself, was that demo real? I think we proved it because the demo gods had some fun with us. Does this stuff really exist? When can I start? Well, don't take it from us. Let's hear from our pilot partners to see what they had to say.
The introduction of ConnectWise's new workflow automation engine and the RPA engine are signaling their intent to, again, be the leader of the next great transformation that is going to happen in managed services.
The way that you have your workflows set up is very simple to understand, and I really do like that.
ConnectWise isn't just leading the pack here, they've leapfrogged everyone. Here's the challenge. The challenge is that now more than ever before, we have more platforms to communicate with than we've ever had. ConnectWise has made that better because many of them integrate directly in.
I mean, we're definitely excited about it, for sure.
I could see immediate results, honestly.
This is not Star Trek stuff that is coming in the next decade. It's here right now. This is what RPA and workflow automation inside of ConnectWise are really all about.
All right, how is that? You've heard from Jeff, Jake, and our partners. Lots happening here at ConnectWise. I'm sure you're curious to hear and see more, so please join us at the product keynote tomorrow at 9 a.m. I promise you will not want to miss. And ConnectWise, typical fashion, we're not going to stop here. Here are a couple other things to help get you started. That is correct. You are not dreaming. Automation Nation is back. Here you will get to gather, network, learn, and walk away with real-world use cases and automations to help your business. We will start by taking attendees down a path of all aspects of what can be reimagined, what can be possible in your business to work towards that 50% profitability improvement. Be the first to sign up. Submit your form today. More information to come in the next couple of weeks. And we are serious about wanting you to get started immediately. So available today, we're offering an exclusive limited release Jumpstart program. For the first 200 partners to subscribe to either ConnectWise Sidekick or ConnectWise RPA with bots, or be the first to subscribe to both. And let me tell you, they're both offered at a crazy low price. If you take that action today, you'll immediately begin to eliminate the tedious tasks and focus your teams on higher value initiatives. delivering amazing customer experiences through enhanced visibility and faster resolution. You'll start saving real dollars and begin your journey to that 50% profitability improvement to allow you to reinvest in your growth of your business. And for those who get into the program, you'll get the premium offering along with all updates over the next 12 months, and we're including one free registration to each of those partners for Automation Nation in February of 2024. You can cheer. My advice and action plan to you all for not only this week at IT Nation, but beyond. First, lean in. Do not get left behind. Start today. Reinvest in your people and your business. Lean into innovations like ASIO that will allow you to apply creativity, human intervention for maximum business impact. And by the way, we're an open ecosystem, so if not our stuff, leverage the vendor ecosystem and the community. Network. Network with everyone you can. MSPs, stop by all the vendor booths, media, everyone. After all, that's the real magic of IT Nation Connect. You can form lifelong relationships, engage in key conversations with your peers, or connect with ConnectWise. We'll be around in the Solutions Pavilion, the sessions, and at the bar. You'll know where to find us. Attend the sessions. Learn many new things that you can apply to your business. There's a lot of great content here this week. And I've said this already, but I'm going to say it again. Attend the keynotes. Product keynote tomorrow. Learn more. See what the excitement's about. Microsoft keynote tomorrow. Learn about what Microsoft is doing and more about the collaboration between Microsoft and ConnectWise. Don't miss out on the guest speaker keynote, Jesse Cole from the Savannah Bananas. If you aren't familiar with Savannah Bananas, let me tell you, Jesse is a guy that brings energy to everything he does. He is so infectious. Jesse is an accomplished entertainer and writer and the founder of the Savannah Bananas and creator of the Banana Ball. His presentation on Fans First, the 5 E's to create an unforgettable experience is one you'll want to check out and not miss. Sign the interest form for Automation Nation. We hope to see you there. And hurry up and subscribe to the Jumpstart program. This is sure to go quick. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And make the most of your experience. This event has been known to be transformative. Take something home, and I don't mean from the mini bar or tchotchkes. I mean take something actionable back. What did you learn that you can share with others in your organization? What business impacting advice did you receive or learn? What are some of the immediate actions you can take to improve automation, efficiency, and effectiveness? Start to formulate your plan while you are here. Again, you don't need to go at it alone. Use us. Use everyone in attendance. We are here to help you navigate. All right, IT Nation, have a great week. Thank you, IT Nation.